All of you, please mute your audio. Okay, so good morning, everyone. Yesterday we have already discussed about nested ifs and switch case. So do you have any questions? Anyone? Do you have any question about nested ifs and switch case? Okay, so from your end there is no question. So I assume that all of you, there is no problem with nested ifs and switch case. Okay, let's move on to the next loop. So today we discuss about the while loop and do while loop. First we check what is while loop, what is a flow chart of while loop. Then we doing some program where we use while loop. So how the while loop actually works and how the do while loop actually works and what is the basic difference between while loop and do while loop. So firstly we discuss about what is while loop. So see, this is a simple flowchart of while loop. This is a simple flowchart of while loop. Please everyone put off your audio. Okay, so everyone, can you see this picture?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so first we discuss what is a while loop. So when we discuss in a physical class that first we, after written while, we first written the condition according to our problem statement. So basically this is a syntax of while loop. So after written while, we write here condition. Whatever the condition is, we written in between first bracket open close. And see, there is no semicolon. There is no semicolon. Normally, we don't put any semicolon after while when we use only while, except some condition. Normally, when we use while in our program, after written while, then condition, there is no semicolon. After that, second bracket open, and we write down there here some statement. Whatever my problem statement is, according to that, I'm writing here some statement, some increment or decrement of counter or variable, whatever it is. And second bracket close. Now the thing is, when the condition is true, when whatever the condition I'm writing in between the first bracket open close after while, whatever the condition, if the condition is true, then compiler enter into the while body. If the condition is true, then compiler enter into the while body. Whatever the statement are written there, it will execute it one by one. When the while condition is true. If while condition is false, then compiler doesn't enter into the while body. If the while condition is false, then compiler doesn't enter the while body. So this is a basic syntax for writing while loop. Now if we write this in a flow chart, if we draw the flow chart of this while loop, what is this? Start, we know that start is there. Some initialization is there. Whatever my variable is there, we have to first initialize them. After that, there is a condition which is this while condition is there. If the condition is true, then it will enter into the body, execute the body statement, and if the condition is false, then it directly move on to the stop button. And of course, there is a loop body, whatever the statement is written there, all of these statements are executed line by line. After that, maybe there is an increment and decrement, whatever the variable we use here, maybe the variable is incremented or decremented, whatever it is according to my problem statement. And again, the arrow is here. Why? Because the loop is executed repeated times until my condition is false. the while loop is executed repeated times until my condition is false. Think when we talk about if-else statement, the if-else statement executed only one time. Suppose I am giving I is equal to 2. So in between if condition, they are written that if num modulo 2 is equal, I modulo 2 is equal to 0, then it will print that I is a even number. So it will check only one times. It is not move on to repeated times. I'm giving I is equal to 2. So 2 modulo 2 is equal to 0. That means I is a even number. Now next time I'm going to check, I'm giving 3. So 3 modulo 2 is not is equal to 0. Then 3, it moves. So condition is false. Then it will move on to the else part. Now in between else part, there is simply written that printf the number is odd. So my compiler also show me that 3 is a odd number. Simple. But in case of while loop, until or unless my condition is false, the loop is executed repeated times. Am I clear to everyone? So this is a flowchart of while loop. First we initialize our variable or some predefined value is there, whatever it is we have to written in this part. Then there is a condition. Condition of what? Condition of while loop. There is a condition, and if the condition is true, then it will enter, it means compiler enters into the loop body and it will execute all the statements written there, and maybe there is an increment or decrement, and after that it will again move on to the condition part. Why? Because until or unless my condition is false, this part is repeat again and again. And if the condition is false, then it will actually go to the stop, or whatever the my other part of the program is there, it directly jumps to that part. So this is a basic syntax or basic syntax of while loop and the flowchart of while loop. Now I'm going to write a simple program of while loop. I'm going to write a simple program of while loop. Okay. Okay. Now I'm initialize a counter here, which is a integer type of counter. Suppose I am right here int count is equal to 1. So I am initializing my count variable with 1. See, think about the flowchart. First is initialize. So I'm going to initialize my counter, which is integer type of counter, with 1. So if you want, then you initialize your counter. If you want, then you can also ask to the user to give some value for counter. Both is possible. So in this case, we take a counter which is integer type of variable, and I'm going to initialize this counter with 1. Next, here I'm using while. After that, count less than is equal to 4. This is my while condition. Count less than is equal to 4, and I am initialize my counter with 1. Please understand line by line. Those people who doesn't understand how to proceed with the loops in our program, please understand line by line. If you think that I have a problem with that particular part, then please ask me. So I'm taking counter as an integer type of variable and initialize with 1. And next I'm going to write here a condition which is in between the sorry, the condition is after while. So I am here using while. After that, the condition. What is the condition? Condition is count less than is equal to 4. And I'm already told you that there is no semicolon. In a normal case, there is no semicolon after while when we use only while. So there is no semicolon after while. One second bracket is open here according to my syntax. After that, I'm going to print here. Now I'm going to write here some statement. If my condition is true, then compiler enter into the while body according to my flowchart. Now I'm going to print here my counter. Suppose I'm writing here %d, comma, count, count. Simple, I'm print the value of count, nothing else. I'm not using any other types of variable or value, nothing else. I'm simple. There is a one variable, initialize with variable with 1, and I'm going to write a condition that my count less than is equal to 4, and I'm simply print the value of that variable. And one more line, because according to our flow chart, there is a increment and decrement. So I am going to increment my variable. And please don't write count is equal to count plus 1. Rather than that, write count plus plus. So count plus plus is same as count is equal to count plus 1. So this is my simple program using while. Now, what is the output? If I'm going to run this program, see, my output is 1, 2, 3, 4. Why? Why the output is 1, 2, 3, 4? See, first when we declare a count, this is my variable. So count is initialized with 1. So now compiler compile this line. So this is while and this is a condition. So what is count value? Count value is 1. So 1 less than is equal to 4. This is a true condition. Am I right? So 1 less than is equal to 4. This is a true condition. So if the condition is true, then compiler enter into the loop body according to my flowchart as well as my syntax. So here I am going to print the count value. So when we print the value of that particular variable, we simply write down the data type of that variable and the variable name. No ampersand is there because I am going to print the value of that particular variable, not the memory address. Simple, write it down the data type and the variable name. So count is an integer type of variable, that's why %d, and count is my variable name. So according to that, forget about that line. So according to that, the value 1 is print because count is 1. In this place 1 less than is equal to 4. Fine, condition is true. So according to that printf line, compiler print this 1 because I am initializing count with 1. I am going to print that count value. Till now my count value is 1. That's why compiler print here 1. Now the next line is count plus plus. Count plus plus means now my count value is 2. So এক্ষুনি আমি কি বললাম flowchartের সময়? Until or unless my condition is false, the while condition is executed repeated times. So now again my compiler is here. Now the count value is 2. 2. First time is 1. and before executing the second time while loop, my count is incremented by 1. So now the count value is 2. Here again 2 less than is equal to 4. Yes, this is a true condition. Again compiler execute this line and print the count value now. So what is the count value now? 2. That's why compiler print 2 here. Again it incremented by 1. So now the count value is 3. So compiler in this place. So 3 less than is equal to 4. Again the condition is true. So compiler print this line. So 3 is printed here. One more time count is incremented by 1. So now the count value is 4. So according to my condition, 4 is equal to 4. This is a true condition. 4 is equal to 4. Now the question arises here, why I am going to use here single equals to, why not double equals to? Because when we write down less than double equals to, basically this is a no meaning of that particular statement. In case of num modulo 2, we are writing double equals to 0 because we are actually comparing the L value and the R value, means the left value and the right value. But in case of this line, the question is now the count value is 4. So obviously 4 is equal to 4, we know that. But why we are not using here any double equals to? Because we have to check another 3 condition which is less than. Because using this less than size, we give, actually compiler shows me that 3 outputs here. So if I'm writing here less than is equal to, basically this is not, actually these statements meaning is nothing. That's why we are not using less than then double equals to. We simple here write down less than is equal to. So when my count value is 4, it means that 4 is equal to 4. So this is also a true condition. Both L value and R value are equal. Or you assuming that your 4 is assigned to the count 4. Both are same. So 4 is equal to 4. So now according to the while condition, this is a true condition. So one more time compiler print this value as 4. Now my count value is 5. So again compiler here, and according to my count value 5 less than is equal to 4, this is a false condition. If I'm not wrong, 5 less than is equal to 4, this is a wrong condition. That's why compiler doesn't enter into that part. It will directly move on to this part, and this is my ending of my program. So my final output is 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so here if I'm going to print 10, then it will show me that type of value. Okay, so whatever my output is, it is totally depend on my program statement and totally depend on my condition. Because here I'm writing count less than is equal to 10, so it will continue up to 10. So when count value is 11, only that particular case condition is false and it will not enter into that part, it will just end the program. So this is a simple working principle of while loop. So in normal case, we don't put any semicolon after while except some condition. But in case do while loop, we are putting the semicolon after while. So now I'm going to write another program. Suppose same program, I'm just put off the increment or decrement line, and this must be little bit, suppose 2. Okay, same program, I'm just delete the increment or decrement line, nothing else. Now think, what is my output? According to my while condition, what is the output? So check, if I'm run this program, see what is the output? 1, but in a infinite loop. See, 1 is printed infinitely. So basically this program, this loop working as a infinite loop. Why infinite loop? See, my variable initialize with 1. Okay, so according to my condition, 1 less than is equal to 2. It is a true condition, no problem. Okay, so I am going to print here count. So what is the count value? 1. Again, compiler is here. Again, count value is 1 because there is no increment or decrement operator. So again, the count value is 1. So 1 less than is equal to 2. So this is a true condition. Again, printf 1. So there is no increment or decrement operator at all. Means there is no stop, end, conclusion is there in my while loop. That's why this loop is executed in a infinite times, because there is no stopping statement. In a previous program, there is an increment or decrement operator. At some of the point, the condition is false. After 4 times or after 10 times, according to our program, the condition is false. Then compiler move out to the while loop. But in case of this program, there is no stopping condition is there, because I am initializing count with 1. And I am going to write here a very condition which is 1 less than is equal to 2 and simple print the count value. So compiler doesn't understand when actually the condition is false, because I am not writing here any stopping condition or stop while loop ta je stop hobe সেই related কোনো statement ami likhini. So this condition will run infinitely. That's why I'm here. 1 is printed in an infinite time. See, 1 is printed in an infinite time because I'm not giving any statement which is actually a stopping condition of while. In that particular case, if I'm writing here, suppose count minus minus, suppose. So what is the output? Now tell me why the output is this type of output. Can you please anyone explain? Anyone?
ম্যাম এখানে কাউন্ট মাইনাস মাইনাস মানে তো কাউন্টে ফেলে 1 হওয়ার পরে সেকেন্ড টাইম যখন আবার লুপে ঢুকছে তখন 1 থেকে কমে যাচ্ছে, ইনফিনিট টাইম 1 এর পর কমতেই থাকবে এই জন্য আউটপুট আসছে।
আচ্ছা, anyone else?
ম্যাম ওই কাউন্ট ওখানে তো বলেছে যে 2 এর সমান বা 2 এর থেকে ছোট, এবার ছোট কত ছোট সেটা তো বলা হয়নি।
Exactly. So both the answer is right, because according to our condition, whatever the count value, if the count value is less than 2, then it will again and again repeated times it will execute it and print the count value. Am I right? So according to that, whatever the value of, if we are going to decrement our count variable, means first time it will print 1, then now the count value is 0. So again in a while loop, 0 less than is equal to 2, means this is also a true condition. So again count value is printed. Again my count minus minus, so 0. So whatever the minus values is there, all the values actually less than is equal to 2. So this is also a infinite loop. This is also a infinite loop. Now I'm going to print right here count plus plus. See, so 1 for 1 and 1 for 2. So when the count value is 3, so 3 is not less than is equal to 2. It is not either less than 2 or is equal to 2. That's why my loop is executed 2 times only. For the third time my condition is false. That means compiler doesn't enter into the while body. So this is a simple working principle of while loop. Is there any question about this while loop? Do you have any question about while loop? No. Okay. So move on to the next part, which is do while loop.
ম্যাম বলছিলাম যে ওই % এর ওখানে গ্যাপের যখন কোনো গ্যাপ থাকে বা থাকে না স্পেসের, তখন অনেক ক্ষেত্রে আউটপুটটা চেঞ্জ হয়, তো ওটা কোন ক্ষেত্রে ম্যাম?
সেটা ডিপেন্ড করবে, তোমাকে প্রোগ্রাম করে দেখতে হবে। সেখানে
মানে
কোন জায়গায় আউটপুট চাই, তুমি এখানে এটা দিও না, তুমি \t দাও, তাতেও তোমার স্পেস দেবে।
আচ্ছা, মানে ওটা স্পেসের জন্য ইউজ করা হয়?
মোস্ট \t টা স্পেসের জন্যই ইউজ করা হয় ফর ট্যাব।
মানে এমনি গ্যাপ যদি থাকে সেটাও কি অনেক সময় স্পেসের জন্য ইউজ করা হয়?
এই যে হ্যাঁ, গ্যাপ থাকলেও অনেক সময় স্পেসের জন্য ইউজ করা হয়। এইবার তোমার কোয়েশ্চেনটা হতে পারে আমি যদি সেই স্পেসটা না দিই তাহলে আমার আউটপুটটা কি আসবে, সামথিং লাইক দ্যাট। Am I right?
Yes ma'am.
Suppose I am writing in that way. See, কি আসে আউটপুট, দেখতে পেয়েছো?
Okay.
So this one is treated as a 12.
Yes.
Exactly. Either you want, then you place a \t here. It is totally depend on your program. Either you want, then you put here a \t which is working as a tab. So in between 1 and 2 there is a tab, there is a space. Or if you want, then you simply give a space here. Okay, space.
Okay, ma'am.
Then complete your double inverted code, then run. So there is some space, there is a one space in 1 and 2.
Okay.
So
Okay.
it is সবচেয়ে ভালো হয় যে প্রোগ্রামটা তোমাদেরকে দেওয়া হচ্ছে সেটা as it is নিজের মেশিনে লেখো। Whatever the program in your examination, whatever in your quiz examination, whatever in your semester examination, because in semester examination বলো তোমাদের যে অবজেক্টিভ থাকে সেখানে এরকম কোশ্চেন প্রচুর আসবে। ফাইন্ড আউট দ্য আউটপুট। তো তখন সেই মুহূর্তে কিন্তু প্রোগ্রাম লেখার কোনো জায়গা নেই। তো দিস ইজ আ ওয়ে when you appear those type of quiz examination, write it down in your machine, whatever the compiler is, write it down in your machine and check the output. It possible that whatever your output is, it is not in a option. That is a another thing. So simple write it down in your computer. When you write it down in your machine, whatever you compiler is used, it is nothing bothered about that. If you want, then you use online compiler, কোনো প্রবলেম নেই তাতে কি হবে, কি লেখাতে কি আউটপুট পাচ্ছ এটা অনেক বেশি ক্লিয়ার হবে, অনেক বেশি ক্লিয়ার হবে। কারণ কি তুমি যখন পরীক্ষায় বসছো সেমিস্টারে, সেখানে তোমার হাতের কাছে কোনো কম্পাইলার নেই যে তুমি সেই প্রোগ্রামটা রান করে দেখছো যে আমি 5 পাচ্ছি না 4 পাচ্ছি না কি পাচ্ছি। বাট এটা তুমি যত বেশি প্র্যাকটিস করবে তত তোমার আইডিয়া হবে যে কোন স্টেটমেন্টের এগেইনস্টে কোন আউটপুটটা আসতে পারে। That means what is the working principle if we write this statement in my code, whatever the statement is. It may be while, it may be for, it may be do while, whatever it is. If I'm going to write this is my program, actually what is the output for that? So for that particular case, you have to remember and you have to know the meaning of each and every word of your program. তুমি যদি প্রোগ্রাম লেখার আগে প্রত্যেকটা ওয়ার্ডের মানে তোমার ক্লাসে ক্লিয়ার না থাকে, তাহলে তুমি বুঝতে পারবে না ওটার এগেইনস্ট এর আউটপুটটা আমি এটা কেন পেলাম। Until or unless you can't understand what is the output of that program, if you don't know the working principle of while, it is not possible at all. So before doing any program, clear yourself each and every word of your program. So এটা তখনই ক্লিয়ার হবে যত বেশি প্রোগ্রাম তুমি নিজে লিখবে। So you know and clear yourself each and every line and each and every word of your program. Why I'm going to use here int? Why? What is count? And why I'm going to initialize count with 1? If I am initializing this count with any other variable, then what is the output? It is not possible for anyone that remember all the programs including all the topics. It is not possible. So according to my problem statement, we have to written our program in our own. So if we write in our own, it is clear to me, then what is the working principle of that line or that word, as well as we have an idea that what type of output actually comes if I use this type of code in my program. Nothing else. So তোমার এইখানে স্পেস দিলে কি আউটপুট হবে, এখানে যদি স্পেসটা না দিই তাহলে কি আউটপুট হবে, বা যদি আমি এখানে ব্যাকস্ল্যাশ টি দিই তাহলে কি আউটপুট হবে, এগুলো সব তোমাকে নিজেকে প্রোগ্রামে বারবার করে 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 দেখতে হবে, তবে গিয়ে এগুলো মাথায় থেকে যাবে। এবারে তুমি পরীক্ষায় বসছো, তুমি কিছু একটা দেখতে পেলে, তখন তুমি জানবে যে হ্যাঁ এখানে একটা স্পেস দিলে তার আউটপুটটা অন্য আসে, কিন্তু এখানে যদি আমি স্পেসটা না দিই তাহলে তার আউটপুটটা অন্যরকম আসবে। দিস ইজ আ বেসিক ডিফারেন্স, নাথিং এলস। এটা বারবারই বলছি আমি কেন, কি যত বেশি নিজে প্রোগ্রাম করবে তত বেশি এগুলো ক্লিয়ার হবে। Because most of the cases we don't know after 3 years যে তোমাদের কোম্পানির ক্যাম্পাসিং কেমন হবে, we don't know that, because till now the situation is too much bad, but after 3 years যে সেটা ব্যাডই থাকবে তার কোনো মানে নেই। আর এখনকার বেশিরভাগ এই পরীক্ষা কিন্তু হয়ে গেছে টেকনিক্যাল অ্যাপটি যেগুলো, সেগুলো তোমাকে কম্পাইলার প্রোভাইড করবে and they provide some problem statement and you have to done your statement according to your code, and the company person actually check your way of writing of your code, nothing else, because one factorial program write in a many ways. কেউ যদি মনে করে সিম্পল লিখবে, লিখতে পারে ফ্যাক্টোরিয়ালের প্রোগ্রাম। কেউ যদি মনে করে আমি শুধু ফাংশন ইউজ করে লিখবো, লিখতে পারে। কেউ যদি মনে করে আমি রিকারশন ফাংশন ইউজ করে লিখবো, সেটাও লিখতে পারে। So it is totally depend on me how do I proceed with my factorial program. But companies persons only check the way of thinking of mine. আমি কিভাবে ফ্যাক্টোরিয়ালের প্রোগ্রামটা চিন্তা করেছি। Obviously, he or she will get privilege if he or she write his or her program using recursion function, because company's person know that he or she know about what is function as well as the recursion function. Am I clear? So this is a way the people of companies people actually differentiate each and other, nothing else. ফ্যাক্টোরিয়ালের প্রোগ্রাম আমিও লিখতে পারি, ফ্যাক্টোরিয়ালের প্রোগ্রাম তুমিও লিখতে পারো। আমি সিম্পল ওয়েতে ফ্যাক্টোরিয়ালের প্রোগ্রাম লিখলাম, তুমি রিকারশন ওয়েতে ফ্যাক্টোরিয়ালের প্রোগ্রাম লিখলে। সো দিস ইজ আ বেসিক ডিফারেন্স বিটুইন ইউ অ্যান্ড মি। বিকজ কোম্পানির যে পার্সন বসে আছে এগুলো চেক করার জন্য, সে জানবে যে আমি রিকারশন ফাংশন কি জানি না, কিন্তু তুমি জানো। তার মানে কি, কিছুটা হলেও মেবি 5%, মেবি 10% তুমি আমার থেকে বেশি জানো। সো দিস ইজ আ ওয়ে एक्चुअली द কোম্পানি পার্সনস অর जो টেকনিক্যাল অর পার্সন আছে তারা এইভাবে ডিফারেন্সিয়েট করে। হ্যাঁ, অবভিয়াসলি কেউ তোমাকে ফ্যাক্টোরিয়ালের প্রোগ্রাম লিখতে দেবে না। অ্যাকচুয়ালি কোম্পানি কি ধরনের প্রোগ্রাম দেয়, যে ধরনের কোয়েশ্চেন তোমাদেরকে কুইজ প্রোগ্রামিং অ্যাসাইনমেন্ট 3 তে দেওয়া হয়েছিল, দিস ইজ অ্যাকচুয়ালি কোড ভিটা টাইপ অফ কোয়েশ্চেন। সো দিস ইজ দ্য টেকনিক্যাল রাউন্ড কোয়েশ্চেন। ওটাও একটা কোম্পানির টেকনিক্যাল রাউন্ডেরই কোয়েশ্চেন ছিল। সো দিস টাইপ অফ কোয়েশ্চেন অ্যাকচুয়ালি প্রোভাইড ইন আ টেকনিক্যাল রাউন্ড, and you have to write down the code, and of course they will provide you a compiler and you have to just run your code. And in a technical aptitude test there is a problem according to your quiz examination type problem. So both are different. One is a aptitude test where is a general aptitude is there as well as the technical aptitude is there. So in technical aptitude part, you have faced some this type of problem, whatever you in your quiz examination problem. And not only C, there is a many more languages there. Because after completion of 3rd year, you know about C, C++, Java, DBMS, SQL, all of these things. So not only the C, there is another language is there. Python also. And in a technical round, there is some this type of question whichever you already in a quiz programming assignment 3, this type of question actually they will provide you. So you have to write it down in your own, and there is no option for copy paste. This is a most important thing. There is no option for copy paste. তুই কি করলি আমাকে দে করে আমি ওটা করে দিই, এই জিনিসটা কোম্পানির পরীক্ষায় গিয়ে হয় না। কলেজে হয়তো হয়ে যায়, বাট কোম্পানিতে গিয়ে আর হয় না। সেখানেই ডিফারেন্সিয়েটটা হয়ে যায় যে তুমি কি সি জানো আর আরেকজন কি সি জানে। দিস ইজ আ বেসিক ডিফারেন্স, নাথিং এলস। সো দ্যাটস ওয়াই এই জন্যই বারবার বলছি প্রত্যেকটা লাইন এবং তোমার কোডের প্রত্যেকটা ওয়ার্ড এর মিনিং তোমাকে জানতে হবে। আদারওয়াইজ ইউ কান্ট রাইট এনিথিং, or you don't understand what is the output, and you don't understand why writing this code and why the output is this. So you know each and everything of your code. You know each and everything. What is if else, what is nested if else, what is variable, what is constant, what is typecasting, whatever it is. Because ultimately you have to work with all those things. Okay. So move on to the next part, which is do while loop. So I'm going to share that one. Okay, next move on to do while loop. So what is do while loop? See, similarly there is also a initialization there. Whatever my variable is, so we have to first initialize that one. Either you initialize or you user dependent value, no problem with that. After that we write here do. We write here do, simple do. Now the second bracket open, body of the loop. Body of the loop, whatever we want to write in between the do loop, we write it here. Whatever the statement is, whatever there is some printf statement or some another statement is there, or some increment or decrement variable is there, whatever it is. After that there is a second bracket close, because my do part is close, and there is a while, and after while there is a condition, then put a semicolon. So in case of do while loop, we put a semicolon after while condition. But in case of only while, there is no semicolon after while condition. Now I'm going to put this syntax into the flowchart, nothing else. So simple, start, then initialize our variable. Then there is a body of the loop. Body of the loop means after do, whatever I am written here, we write it down in that part. After that, there is a increment and decrement, whatever it is. And then there is a while condition. What is test condition? This condition. So if the condition is true, then it will again enter into the body of the loop. That means this part. So similarly, this is also repeated again and again until this condition is false. Am I clear? Am I
Yes,
clear?
ma'am.
Okay. Now we simply write a program using do while loop. Simple write a program using do while loop. Nothing else. Int, suppose count 1 is there. Fine. After that, I'm writing here do. After that, second bracket open. Then we write here printf. Suppose I am writing here value of variable count is %d, comma count, count. Am I clear? Now I am using here a \n for new line. So when we check the output, then we will understand that why we are using here \n. It is okay? Now I am going to increment my count by ++. After that, I am writing here while count, suppose less than is equal to maybe 3. And after that, I am writing here semicolon, because we know that in do while loop, there is a semicolon after while. There is a semicolon after while. Now my program is end. I'm not writing here anything. I'm simply write a variable with initialize with 1. I'm going to use here do, and in between do, I'm write here some statement which is printf the value of count, and I'm going to increment that count. And after that, I'm writing here while and then the condition. And in between while, there is nothing. I'm not writing anything. Now I'm going to check what is my output. See. Everyone see the output?
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
Yeah, just check it. How do I get that one? Because see, the count variable initialize with 1, and in between do, I'm simple print the count value. So which is 1? It is not a problem, because directly I am initialized with 1 and simple print here. So the value is 1. No problem. After that, I am increment this count by 1. So now my count value is
2.
2. Now tell me about this part. about this part. What is the count value now?
Yeah, true.
2.
What is?
2.
2. So 2 less than is equal to 3. No problem.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So according to my condition, this is a true condition. So if the condition is true, then it will enter into the do body again. Am I right?
Yeah. Yes,
Yes,
yes.
ma'am.
Again, my count value is 2 because I am not incremented till now.
Yeah.
The count value is 2. So it will again print the count value is 2. No problem. Now my count value is
3.
3. So 3 is equal to 3. This is a true condition.
Yeah, yeah.
So it will enter into the do body again.
And
Now
print 3.
the
Okay.
compiler print the 3. So that's why I am giving this line. Compiler shows me this line 3. Now the count value is 4.
4.
So 4 less than is equal to 3. This is a false condition. Am I right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
So it will not enter into the do body at all. So this is a basic difference between while and do while. I'm going to clear that one also, writing a program. What is while and do while? What is the difference? So I have no time right now. So আজকে এইটুকুই থাক. Tomorrow I think there is a class from 9:30, right? You have a class from 9:30.
হ্যাঁ ম্যাম
Okay. So my class is from 10:30. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.